We'd like to move close to that stargates. There are some chairs already in the sun. To clarify what we have been practicing so far, the purpose of practice of the Dhamma, or the whole purpose of Buddhist teachings, is to awaken this consciousness. Because life is about body and mind. And we already have experienced a lot of up and down of both body and mind. So when we say about ignorance, not knowing, it's about this consciousness that does not know the truth, doesn't understand the way things are. So we practice samadhi, calmness of mind, to make this consciousness stand still. Later on, we practice wisdom for this consciousness to see the truth. And we say earlier that without training, this is monkey consciousness. It jumps around the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin, and the thought. So we feel very restless when consciousness never sits still. Sometimes it jumps to memory of the past. Sometimes it jumps to the future thoughts. So we feel that this helpless consciousness cannot work. So we train this consciousness by Anapanasati. We would like this consciousness stop running around and to be with the breath body. We purposely train it. Why we don't put this consciousness to the pear tree? Kim, is this called pear?
No, the pear is behind.
Or behind? I don't know what is the name of this tree. Why we don't train consciousness by hang this consciousness with this tree? And why don't we put this consciousness train with Mercedes-Benz? Why not put this consciousness with something else? Yes, if you like to. There's no limit in practice of samadhi, calmness of mind. Even in Buddhist textbooks say 40 techniques of concentration, like the yellow color, the green color, the blue color, the water in a pond, in a river, the fire, the candle or bonfire, even the move of the leaves let us know about the wind, or the earth, the cliff face, or the rock, the brown color. All these objects can be used. We hang our consciousness there. Hopefully consciousness not running around and stay with that object longer. So successfully we gain calmness. Only one thing that why the Buddha pinpoint or handpick breathing technique, because breathing technique is much more convenient to do so. As we say, it's two-in-one technique. We can train this consciousness to stay still and achieve samadhi. And the same object, the breath, teach us of impermanent, unstable nature, out of control, no owner, conditions. So in one object, we got like two sides. One can offer us that solid quality for the stillness of mind. Another side, we see dynamic nature and let us know about the truth of change without changing the object. Otherwise, we look into the cliff face and try to practice observing impermanent. It may take quite a long time to see the cliff face or the rock fall down to realize impermanence. So the breath changes so quick immediately. That is why handpick we purpose to put this consciousness with the flow of breath. And later on, once consciousness can stay longer, so we call this new name, mindfulness. It is the same consciousness, but now we call mindfulness because we are able to communicate with this consciousness, to be mindful with the flow of breath until the breath changes to become refined breath. And we know that in order to be refined breath, that means the breath is still here, but consciousness miss the breath. Consciousness get involved with hindrances. When we talk about the hindrances, if you still remember, the desire of sensual pleasure. I love to see that movie because that movie gives me happiness. I want to listen to that music because that music gives me pleasure. I want to smell because that smell gives me pleasure. I want to eat that thing because that food gives me pleasure. So all of these sensual pleasures distract this consciousness. Take it out from the breath. That's why the breath disappears. Once the breath disappears, it not only disappears, the breath reacts to this movement. And this one moves a lot. The breath moves too, to become faster, quicker, more shallow. So we call short breath. Until we experience that whenever this consciousness not to be pushed and pulled by thoughts and memory, that one reacts to be deep. So step 3, we experience a different impact. That's why step 4, we try to bring this consciousness to be with the breath. And at the same time, we try to remove 5 hindrances. This internal distraction. We don't talk about external distraction at all because we manage it before we come to sit down. We already select quiet place. We already have the fire on. We already have blankets. We dim the light. We have hot tea or we have meal. So we prepare external factors ready. There's no distraction or very little distraction. Only this one is internal distraction. So as soon as this consciousness not to be disturbed by thoughts and memories, with our efforts, we are able to bring this consciousness back to our business. Our business is this one, consciousness stay with the breath. Mindfulness with breathing. And the reaction, now we talk about the reaction. This one we change to become deep, smooth breath. So we achieve refined breath. Because this one, consciousness, mindfulness with the breath, it reacts immediately. So this moment, when this consciousness or not move, or let's say this mindfulness still on. When we say mindfulness means consciousness with the breath. If no mindfulness means that consciousness is somewhere else. So consciousness return to be mindfulness only it work in this specific project. with the breath. So we call sati mindfulness. Now reaction, natural reaction, nice feeling arises. And we talk now about number 5, 6 stepping stone, joy and happy feelings. As a reaction to stillness of consciousness or concentration of the mind. Let me move closer. So now consciousness or mindfulness can see itself when it stays still with that breath. That is a new wave, new arrive of joy and happy feeling. It is a road sign to let us know that we already start to achieve that calmness, that concentration. But naturally, feeling will bring in the next door neighbor, thoughts, memories, memory of the past that it is a this feeling is so nice. So the thought come, want, I like it, want it, like it. This is really natural because life, our mind has that 4 abilities. When nice feeling arises, naturally we like it. We can't tell ourselves don't like it. It is not natural. It is very natural. Why we sit in the warm sun? Why Junko, please sit here under in the shade? No, I just tease you. Because you like it. It's warm, nice feeling, natural reaction, say so. So now we understand the fact is that no one in this world can live without like or dislike because it's very natural reaction. The mind will produce that one even though we don't ask it. And now Vipassana meditation we understand that the more happy feeling, a noisy one will bring thought, powerful thought of want more, very exciting. Like many of us in the past few days when we meditate, I believe that as soon as refined breath come back, some of us almost quit and jump off the cushion. Enough, I got it already. That is the symptom of joy. So powerful until we can't sit still. You can see the emerge of the energy, as we said that from 5 voltage, it turned to be 10,000 voltage energy immediately until the whole body can't sit still. This is a natural reaction. So we know that this reaction that will almost jump off cushion as soon as we get it. I asked this question to my teacher when I was become a monk in the first year, to Luang Ta. Luang Ta, why? Every time I feel calm, why I stop meditation? When I get into that calmness, why I stop? Luang Ta said, because you're still ignorant. It's true. We become the victim of that pure reaction of joy. Got it already. You can't sit still anymore. It's so happy, have to run around, and come back again. So now we start to see this negative impact. Whereas next to that joy is calm, nice, relaxed. And we prefer because it's really quiet and subtle. So that is how number 7 stepping stone, we try. We experience them. Number 8, we calm down negative effect. For today, I don't want to talk back about day 1, day 2, how to calm down that exciting feelings. Today we use Vipassana. We have a lot experience of realizing impermanent. Because our consciousness that changed the name to be mindfulness. When we say we, it just only assumed to be we. Consciousness see that happy feeling up and down, up and down. How many times in this retreat that we achieve that nice feeling? Many of us say many times a day, so many times. but they are gone. They come fresh and gone fresh, come fresh and gone fresh. They never stay back. So we already practice a lot of layering until mindfulness. Now when we see that person, Mr. Happiness, before that we always jump in and hug him and kiss him and hold him for a long time, pull his t-shirt, drag him all around, swing him in and dancing with Mamma Mia music for 2 hours because of that exciting joy. But now he comes back. Mindfulness register that, oh, he just visiting. He never stay here. He's nice, but he's gone so quick, so natural. So now this mindfulness register immediately that Mr. Happiness is so impermanent. And we dancing Mamma Mia with him in not finished music yet. He just bye, gone. He never asked permission, darling, can I go? He just gone. And we're really busy cleaning toilet. He just come in, knock the door. I like to dance with you again. Never invite him to come. He just come. Just turn on the music. He just gone. Ask him, please, you swing with me. You have to know the rhythm, how to swing. He just follow his own style. For Mamma Mia to be hard rock music. So he out of control. Listen to nobody. Then he gone. Now, our mindfulness register, Mr. Happiness, is anatta, sunyata, voidness of ownership, out of control. Depends on the conditions. And that is how sometimes we label our husbands, correct? Out of control. Listen to nobody. Oh, I see some labels in Fred. Yeah. So now mindfulness start to register that Mr. Happiness has that nature. So this mindfulness don't want to rely on that happiness because it's so stressful, not easeful to rely on out of control husband. And he listen to nobody husband. It's really not easeful at all. It's really stressful to rely on this out of control happiness, no ownership happiness. So this is a beautiful nature, the nature of consciousness. This is what we say, another instinct of survival. It is clever enough that it is a lot of pain. If we trust, if we put our heart and rely on this so impermanent sunyata happiness, we have broken hearts so many times in the past. So now it's awakened that I cannot afford anymore to trust, to rely, to depend on this impermanent sunyata happy feeling because it hurts. Every time I depend on it, it hurts all the time. So this awakened consciousness, very aware, and this is what we call realization. The awakened consciousness, 100% aware that it is so dangerous, it's so painful to hold on that happiness because we know the pain wholeheartedly. Now it depends on this level of realization. Because someone say it's painful, but let me hold it again. So broken heart again, upset again, frustrated again, and again and again and again. So this is the answer that why someone cannot drop expectation attachment yet, because they don't feel painful enough. Until they realize pain is, we waste a lot of time to fix the pain, it's not worth. Then voluntarily this awakened consciousness drop attachment. Like this tree that we sit, the autumn leaves. You can't ask the tree, please don't shed the leaves. You look so beautiful like this. Please maintain your leaves. The tree said that it's too cold. It's too cold. We are please, no, too cold. I know if I hold the leaves like this, I die in winter. So because they have experience and past record in their own gene. So when this condition happen, they know that it's not worth to hold the leaves. Better drop it. No one can tell us to drop attachment expectation. Because the most stubborn thing in the whole universe is our own consciousness. It needs to see it by itself. It needs to see the pain, suffering, unhappiness, stress, anxiety that related to this attachment to happiness. And this is the answer that why the Four Noble Truths, the Buddha put the word suffering, unhappiness first. People knock on the door to the Buddhist temple. Please, I would like to look for happiness. And the monk say, you knock on the wrong door. This is a house of suffering. We talk about suffering. We really specialize to make you suffer or to let you know how suffer you are. Because this is what we would like to get over it. So now consciousness see clear. Even this Mr. Happiness still dancing with us, but we realize the danger of it. It doesn't mean that we don't feel happy anymore, because no one can lie happy feeling, like sit in the warm sun. You cannot tell us that Junko tell, no, I should not be happy. No, I should not feel warm. No, I should not be happy. Happy, the feeling is very clear, naive, and pure. So happiness is still here, but the consequences of attachment can be avoided. So you can see that I talk a lot for the whole harmony paragraphs. It can happen in this one click with that realization of sunyata anatta. See that it's just pure feelings. But without this knowledge, that grasping hand of attachment create I, me, my, and problem is there. So awakened consciousness select to drop it. And that we talk about vipassana meditation to refine the breath. As soon as the refined breath happen, as soon as happiness happen, we can reduce the negative impact of exciting joy by use this realization. It's just another visiting calmness. It's just another visiting refined breath. So we can see it's drop down, like the autumn leaves just drop and stand still, calm, peaceful consciousness. I hope you can experience that. I hope that you can apply this realization to refine the breath and to maintain that calmness. Again, we can look at the calmness in the same manner as look at the feeling. Visiting calmness depends on conditions, out of control. Listen to no body. So it's just another calmness of mind that comes. Now this awakened consciousness can see again, even this calmness is just calmness. So can full stop the drama. Otherwise, previously, we will say, oh, I have been waiting for you for a long time. This calmness of mind, where did you go? Where have you been? I'd like you to be here now, don't go away. So that is a drama that starts to happen when I, me, my just come. So now consciousness, awakened consciousness can see clear. That feeling drag that thought. Thought is so pure. But that attachment, we can't see the name of attachment here at all. Where is the attachment? We're talking about it. We can't see even the name of attachment in our body, in our mind. Because It never be here all the time. It's not a basic requirement to live in this life. It just jump in. And where is jump in? Where is the origin of that attachment? Is attachment hiding in the body? Is attachment hiding in the feelings? Or the attachment hiding in memory? Or hiding behind thoughts? Where is that attachment? Is it here? Inside this consciousness. This consciousness produces it with ignorance. Never be here if there's no ignorance. But when ignorance don't understand happen, attachment just jump in. Like we say, the shadow of the hands. It's like last night. Kim, did you see eclipse? Yeah, we saw it. And this morning we talked that eclipse we call ignorance, attachment. And our consciousness before attachment, ignorance come is like full moon, bright moon. And then eclipse cover the moon and then disappear. The moon shine again. And the next eclipse come, dark, and then full moon again. And dark, and full moon again. One day we have so many eclipses. Have you seen? One day we have so many eclipses in our consciousness. So many times. Whenever we got eclipse to our consciousness, we see the drama begins. So each day we have many dramas, many stories, many journeys, non-stop. So this consciousness register. The attachment just come in. Before that, no attachment. So this consciousness start to see it is really possible that we are able to break free from that grasping hand of attachment or that ignorance by maintaining this mindfulness and need to practice more often until, as we say that, until mindfulness register to that Mr. Happiness as sunyata, anatta happiness, until it has to come by heart. Not like in the school where we learn 2 multiplied by 2 becomes to 4, 2 multiplied by 3 is 6, 2 multiplied by 4 equal to 8. In Thailand we say like parrots, nokแก้วนกขุนทอง We can learn by here, we remember by here our intelligence, but not in the heart. We can say anatta, anatta, sunyata, anatta, sunyata, anatta, sunyata, like we talked yesterday, that monk, the hammer dropped into his toe. So that intellectual saying is not work. Then we need this realization. See often until it voluntarily and wholeheartedly. When happiness comes, look at the happiness, we see label immediately, impermanent, sunyata, anatta. And as we say, double check, how can we know that it is realization, not intelligent? You see the production, the decline, the dispassion, disenchantment, the drop of the autumn leaves, anxiety, fear, anger, upsetness that going to follow that happiness just drop. It's allow happiness to be just pure visiting happiness. Then we know that is the real saying. We mean it when we say it. That is called realization. It's not called intellectual understanding anymore. You have to see the production. And that production will need to be not to be notified. We are aware that autumn leaves drops already. That attachment drops already from that one experiment, one experience. And if this experience happens continuously, this awakened consciousness can learn so quick, so fast, with the right conditions. The effort maintain, as we say, the tray full of water. Maintain this realization. as much as we can, because this consciousness slowly transforms itself. In the Zen painting from China to Korea and Japan, we call the boy train the ox. Have you seen that painting before? In the beginning, the whole ox is so black. So the boy need to use tactic to train. And the ox slowly turn white from the top, or slowly until the whole body. That represents brightness of wisdom. From ignorance, consciousness start to have more wisdom little by little. By this continuous development. So the tray full of water, every single breath, consciousness pick up anything which is very clear, but we prefer this happy feeling, this calmness of mind. Because we still have a few more days. Only this, we say bottleneck, happiness, calmness of mind, it can represent a lot of things in this world. Because this kind of happy feeling and calmness of mind, it is, for example, if I compare roughly, it is like things that 5-star level, what I can say. Like it's really expensive thing. Like diamond, is it a real diamond? How many carats of diamond is the most expensive?
The more the better.
The more the better. So this is like 2,000 carats diamond ring. We are playing, we are studying that the most expensive diamond ring. When we are able to drop attachment expectation. So tomorrow we go to Venice, see that diamond ring, 50 cents. Oh, no attachment at all left. You can lose 20 of that diamond ring from Venice. Or you can lose 2,000 of them. It's only 50 cents. But this one in our finger, 200 carats, it costs millions of dollars. We still can drop attachment to it. So we're talking about this very high level of happiness and calmness, which is very difficult for ordinary people to produce. How many people can produce this stillness of consciousness? We put a lot of effort, correct? From day one until now. How many hours we put into this work? The architects, I don't know how much it costs per hour. Anyone know? Hundreds. Lawyers, doctors, $1,000 per hour, $100 per hour. We have been working this occupation from that day until now. How many hours we work? How much per hour is more than $1 million per hour. It's very specialized occupation, not available to anybody. You are a specialist. Each hour you work, $1 million per hour. Very expensive. And that's why we don't invite ordinary. We need a qualified person like you, because it's really expensive to pay you to practice mindfulness. Really expensive to pay for you to come here. And you're working very well because that is a qualification. And that is how we say that this is very expensive, very rare, very difficult to discover this calmness and happy feeling. But we are able to drop it so easy. Now go back home. All the other problem becomes, we say, no worry, mate, no worry, mate. People always, oh, problem, headache, you see, no power, blackout. Oh, my train blacked out already. Short circuit, the water leaking. No drama, not a big deal. So everything in the world becomes less and less headache. Because the most difficult thing we already achieved, all the other things become almost nothing. That is why we train, handpicked by the Buddha. Let this mindfulness pay more attention to these 2,000 carats, diamond rings, carat diamond ring, very expensive. And now slowly it become almost naturally. Consciousness can see that is sunyata. It is sunyata. It's just sunyata, breath. It really sunyata, breath. It's really sunyata. Come here, refine breath. Hold on, don't move, don't go. It's really sunyata. Happiness. Don't go. Don't go, don't move. It's really sunyata. So, this awakened consciousness, clearly aware, very well aware. And the next one is, even this one itself, that keep on being, producing, refine breath with the effort, actions, looking and seeing. Even this one too. Realization, you should be here. Don't let that yummy food take you away. You should realize impermanent. You should know sunyata. But thinking of David Jones, online shopping, thinking of the work, come back again. Even these ones, be here, realization. Stay here. Don't forget sunyata, 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 anatta. Where are you? Where is your realization impermanence? Even this one itself, who is the one who sees it? Who is the one who knows it? Does that one listen to us? Does that one under this control? Even this one too need to be seen as the way it is with right discernment. That consciousness, awareness is not me, it's not mine, it's not what I am. It's just awakened consciousness itself. So eventually we start to understand the sense painting of circle, emptiness, voidness. And now we clearly understand the stone carving in all the map of the world. Only empty seat, nobody there at all. Now we already like to clarify that this mindfulness keep on traveling. Good. This consciousness keep on traveling. Oh, looking for looking for the end. Where is the end? Where is the end? Where is the end of the drama? Where is the end of the stress? Where is the end of that anxiety? Going from one meditation center to another meditation center, from Australia to France to Thailand to China, from this teacher to that teacher, from this website to another website. Keep on going, searching. Where is the end? Where can I find the end? Because we forgot that we try to fill into the gap here. But now we realize that the end of thoughts, the end of memory, the end of the drama to this is the end of this one itself. It doesn't mean death. Death is physical thing, but it is the end of claiming of I miss that happy feeling. I want to have some tam. Oh, sorry. Yummy food this lunch. I. Kim said that Pamela always asks for chili. I consciousness. I want chili. Me. My. But once start to realize all of that and this one is self, so we come to understand that it's just an act, not necessarily to have that I, me, my, in order to supply the demand of I, me, my. Once I, me, my, we cannot put the word I, me, my to any of this. So eventually we realize that better to omit that I, me, my. It's so peaceful. And that is what we say, the end of the journey. In the Buddha time, there is a story say that one angel we call Phaka Prom. The angels before he died, he practiced a lot of deep meditation. And when he passed away, he died in that deep meditation, calmness of mind. Now, in some beliefs say that when a person die in that calmness, it make the person born pure in the heaven. Not mean that free from circle, just only because of pure energy of calmness. So that person died born in very high level of the heaven. And he's so powerful. I thought that I am number one in this universe because very high in the heaven. So he challenged the Buddha. Buddha, you're a human being. You're so tiny like this. Me, power of calmness, samadhi, large body as a Brahma. In Hindu, say Brahma God. And have so much supernatural power. So, say that, who are you, the little human being? Who going to teach me? And the Buddha say, I like to help you. Phaka Brahma. I like to help you. I am, and he said to him, I am very high level angel. I not need your help. I am searching. I am in my travel, looking for the end of the universe. Who dare you to going to help me? Then, if you are, let us challenge who is better, the little human being. Okay, hide and seek game. Then the Deva, the Brahma, told Buddha, I'm going to disappear and let you find where I am. Bing, gone. The Buddha said, oh, I saw you in that corner of that universe. Come on. Now he goes, ding. I saw you, you hide behind that mar. Come on. So the Deva disappeared hiding and the Buddha found him, saw him all the time. And he said, okay, this little human being is very clever. But now your turn. You disappear, you hide, I will see you. Okay, are you ready? Then the Buddha, okay, ready, gone, ping, open eye, look the whole universe. And the Buddha still calling him, can you see me, Phaka Brahma? I'm here, can you see me? And he looked his magic eyes, supernatural power eyes, zooming the whole galaxy. Can't see, but still here. He said, the Buddha said, can you see me? Can you see me? Where are you? Can't see you at all. And the Buddha, where are you? Where are you hiding? The Buddha said, I'm hiding just between your eyes. I'm just here. You can't see me. Yeah. So I said, okay, this little human being is so clever. Okay, now you tell me, how can I see the end of the universe? Because I have been traveling for millions of years, still cannot see the end yet. Then the Buddha said, look, sunyata, anatta, of this consciousness, of the traveler itself. Now he saw, that is the end of journey. I think this is a beautiful story for all of us to reflect on. I read the life of Socrates, and if you ask that what Socrates lived back in this world, what is his famous saying?
Know thyself?
Yep, and after then, there's one famous than that. Anyone know?
Know nothing?
I know nothing. I know nothing. Even if he is born in Thailand, people say he's enlightened one. I know nothing. Nothing at all. Everything depends. Conditions, no ownership. Things happen naturally. So let us reflect on our practice, observing, seeing, acknowledge that word, and see the reaction of realization, and start to understand so many things hidden in the Buddhist textbook. When we say end of samsara is a supreme bliss, the journey of life finish. Or we talk about outside there, but actually it means inside here. It's not about traveling to the end of the world. It's just only no more traveler. So the whole story just ends. And we now so happy to end the drama. Somebody say very scary. If we say that, okay, all of your story, all of your journey going to end, your life going to end today, so scary, correct? But for some of us who have that experience, yes, I prefer to end. And I don't want to rebirth again. I don't want this one to come back again, the whole drama. So that is what we first start to realize that it's no fun to be reborn. As Buddha said, every time we're born, suffering. Birth is suffering. It means the birth of ego, I, me, my. So now we slowly understand this superficial translation, but it has very deep meaning, waiting for some of us to decode it. And we can decode only by realization. Any question? Yes?
Where's the perceptions in this
Pardon?
perception?
I think sometimes people call memory as perception. สัญญา in Pali language. Yes?
On the carving stones just in the fields over there, in each of I think there are the origin of dependent. In behind the front and the back of the stones, when there's like pasa, which is the contact, behind the stones is right action. Is that meant to be kind of like the counterbalance in a way?
Sorry, thank you for this question. It is like another Chinese monk who visited us 2 weeks ago. Actually, because it's not related to one another. Because 8 stones, so we try to put Noble Eightfold Path. But we talk about 12 links of divine origination. I have to squeeze a few words in one stone. But the front and back not really related, except only the first one. Ignorance and right understanding. That's why ignorance, I put a donkey to represent ignorance. And opposite to ignorance is the eye of Horus, seeing the truth. And the stone called consciousness, I put the light bulb and the head of the Buddha pointing the flame as awakened consciousness. Yes, Emma?
I was just going to ask you about the fact that this is a process for us. Like, I feel as though I'm at the very beginning of a very long or the beginning of an understanding, because I can conceive quite easily of relinquishing things like, you know, cutlery, plates, the car, my bike, a whole lot of stuff which just clutters up my life. It's easy to detach from. But there are some things that are very, very difficult to detach from. Relationships, small pieces of jewellery that you may have inherited from somebody. Things that hold meaning and love and memories for you that you cherish, that you hold very close to your heart. Those things are much harder to detach from. So I guess I'm now confused about. I always thought the middle path was just finding a balance between all of that. Is that right? Have you got some advice from us about how to find that balance, how to continue to detach even from those valuable things that we cherish?
I think we see the reaction of that word unhappiness in life, stress, worry, and fear. If you see have that thing, and that thing do not cause that unhappiness, stress, fear, anxiety, then keep it. Until that thing start to stir up, then we better, if we like to have peaceful life, we may better have to drop attachment to it. So it depends on us. Like this monastery before the bushfire come, we just think which one we can save. And whatever worth to save, we put inside the pagoda. And a lot of furnitures in all this place, we look around, is it worth to save all this bench? Oh, that is all recycled timbers, that from Vinny's, $2 chairs. We can get them so easy. And this one burned down, oh, this is a leftover door frame from the working company. So we look, most of them are recycled. We don't mind, we use them. So we save, what we save is all the documents, legal documents. Someone have to pay the bills for that record. And how's about that building, the whole meditation hall? We look around, even the main Buddha statue. Oh, it's burned, we have to accept it's burned. How's about the pagoda? If the really hot fire, it may collapse. It served the purpose already. We did build it already. We accomplished already. If it has to go, has to go. Even now, so in the heavy rain, the water leak absorb inside the pagoda until it become swimming pool. The Canberra Thai temple, the abbot came here a few times. He just came last month with the ordination ceremony. I like to ordain inside the pagoda. He borrowed the place. Can I organize ceremony here? I said, yes, come. But the pagoda is full of water. He said, Father, moldy water as well. And he said, why you should be able to fix all the leaking paint, the sealant, whatever. I said, yes, we did it before. But you can buy very expensive, very good. I said, yes, if you have fun and if you have time to seal the whole pagoda, it takes time. It takes a lot of budget to do so. But for us, we don't mind. If it becomes swimming pool, occasionally we go swimming there. Not mind it's flat or not flat, no problem, because it's just a garden, because garden ornament. It's a monument talking about gratitude. But for Canberra, his pagoda underneath is a big meeting hall, and the pagoda itself is a prayer room, and it's multi-millions dollars project. So he spent a lot of time, money to seal every crack, every corner. It's vital for him. But for us, no worry. Even some crack there, because what is the purpose of it? We know the purpose. So that's why we slowly, when we understand that what is the purpose, and we try to use to the maximum level. So we have less and less worry. We spend less time to maintain it or to fix it. Occasionally we fix it. But after the bushfire, we let everything go. We have no time to fix it. Like the gentleman's hut, no power, no solar panel connection, have no time to connect it. So please use hot water bottles. So I think depends on that how that things affect our mind. If it's too much, then we need to drop them. And of course, we did not lose them because we already achieved this blissful liberation, this blissful happiness. Even the holy relics of the Buddha that people gave to us, the monk gave to us over there, if we put inside the pagoda and we never lock the pagoda for a long time, we just put in front there. If someone come and take away, we just take. For somebody, no, it's very high value, it's precious. In the ancient time, they have war against one another in order to have the Buddha ashes, the relics. But just put in front there and never lock the door. For some temple, no, they have to put in the safe lock. For us, it serves the purpose already. More important is this message. More important of this, never be born again, that I, me, my. Much better. So slowly we start to see more value. And all the things that we have, slowly when we progress higher and find more blissful happiness in this liberation, all the other things become more flexible to go. So Salvation Army's Vinny's, plenty of objects where people have higher relaxation and drop them, donate them. They are still good qualities, correct, Kim? Kim is regular customers.
I was just going to say that the one most valuable thing in this monastery is the teacher. So I had to remove him from
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, that,
life, I think, is important.
yeah, I think the Dhamma teaching is the most important thing. Why we are here for that. Yes?
No, before I come here, I talked with a group, have a coffee, and where I'm going, they asked me, so go to the meditation that I'm doing. So I said, looking for myself, or blah, blah, blah. They have no idea to what I am talking about it. So for everyone, and I always think, another thing is in the society is abusive husband, but the wife is always returning the abusive husband. So they know, so why you go back? But I have no, people always go back. So some more suffer, but they never leave. But so these people have no idea there is another world there. But like a horse, that shows the water, but not to drink of water. It's no, just leave them. We have no power to just talk, come here. And maybe Buddha said, just leave them. They are what they are. They are just not different people. So is it? I think that is a way. Just leave them.
We still send our love. We still be nice to them. And our own lifestyle proves that we're not that stressful. We're not that worried. We're still this peaceful. And this is a pure energy that wins over the heart of many people. But they don't want to see, they don't want to accept yet because of their limited understanding. But by heart, I think they can feel it. I think one good example is from Peter Pekotek, who organized that meeting with the politicians that you share with Kim and you share with me. In the political meeting, but you are on noble silence, you don't need to talk. Very difficult to organize a political meeting. Everyone have their own opinions. Seems that no one listens to one another. Peter is the one who coordinates in the Zoom meeting, correct? And he calmed down when this politician attack another one and that attack another one. They all attack one another. He is the one who calmed them down. And eventually the meeting success because all the media wish to see this meeting end in the middle, crisis in the middle, breakdown in the middle, big news for them. But the meeting keep on going to finish to the end. And they all say, because of you, Peter, you're the one who in the middle. And because of your calmness, it calm all of these politicians down. So even though they don't know about the Dhamma, but they can see the outcome of the Dhamma practice. I think they all see Junko. All our family members see all of us. Our friends see all of us. And they can feel. So we never close our invitation. Like here the monastery say, every Sunday please bring family here. Please any boy and girls come here. We keep on opening. All right. Kun Kim, what's time now? 11. So let us have a few minutes break until we hear the bell, then we have lunch together. Thank you.